शासन है शासन तारो साथ निरालो, मुझ आत्म नो तुझ सारो। आत्म नागर मां प्रवेश हो मारो, हर एक पागले प्रभु साथ हो तारो। बस एक ज इच्छा राखो, इच्छा थी मुक्ति मांगो, बस मांगो परम तारो साथ। अस्तित्व शून्य बनावी सिद्धत्व ने हवे पामू, मारा जीवननी एक ज आस। आत्मना घर मां प्रवेश हो मारो, हर एक पागले प्रभु साथ हो तारो। आत्मना घर मां प्रवेश हो मारो, हर एक पागले प्रभु साथ हो तारो। भव मां प्रभु तुझने हो पामीने, दूर तुझथी थयो हो परमा भाळीने। हर भव मां प्रभु तुझने हो पामीने, दूर तुझथी थयो हो परमा भाळीने। हवे आत्मने अभव मां सत्य छे समझायु, मारी साथे નથી કોઈ સદા। આત્મ એક મારો તું પ્રભુ મારો સથવારો, મારો આત્મ મારો સાચો સખા है शासन। है शासन तारो साथ निरालो, मुझ आत्म नो तुझ सहारो। आत्म ना घर मां प्रवेश हो मारो, हर एक पागले प्रभु साथ हो तारो। साधनाओं ने पूरी करवा, प्रभु जेवा संयम जीवन नु पालन करवा। अधूरी साधनाओं ने पूरी करवा, प्रभु जेवा संयम जीवन नु पालन करवा। श्रेष्ठ साधनाओं ने आराधना थाशे, मारा कर्मो निथाशे निर्जरा। गुरु आज्ञा मारहीने आत्मनी शुद्धि थाशे, मारो आत्म बने परमात्मा। है शासन है शासन तारो साथ निरालो, मुझ आत्म नो तुझ सारो। आत्म ना घर मां प्रवेश हो मारो, हर एक पागले प्रभु साथ हो तारो। घड़ी संग्राम की, आत्म कल्याण की। नित्य नित्य आदि अनंत अंतर शत्रु कषाय करम, मिथ्या से घड़ियां सम्यक्त्व की। परम यात्रा आत्मयात्रा, परम यात्रा आत्मयात्रा। संयम में शक्ति है, बंधन से मुक्ति है, इस भव का ये संपूर्ण सार है। युग युग से कण कण में वीर जैसे नंद लगे, जिन शासन का ये अजोड़ इतिहास है। परम यात्रा आत्मयात्रा, परम यात्रा आत्मयात्रा। संयम से सिद्धि है, वृत्ति की शुद्धि है, भव फेरों का ये तो अंत है। रग रग वैराग्य है, त्याग का राग है, आज लहरी है ध्वजा संयम की। परम यात्रा आत्मयात्रा, परम यात्रा आत्मयात्रा, आत्मयात्रा आत्मयात्रा।
सज्ज थया छे नव नव योद्धा, सज्ज थया छे नव नव योद्धा, आत्म संग्राम जितवा।
सज्ज थया छे नव नव योद्धा, आत्म संग्राम जितवा, आत्म संग्राम जितवा। सजीन संयम शस्त्रों साथे आत्म अरीने हणवा, आत्म अरीने हणवा। सज्ज थया छे नव नव योद्धा, आत्म संग्राम जितवा, आत्म संग्राम जितवा। सजीन संयम शस्त्रों साथे आत्म अरीने हणवा, आत्म अरीने हणवा। क्रोध शत्रुना प्रहार सहवा, क्षमा ढाल हम पासे, क्षमा ढाल हम पासे। मान रिपु ने महात करवा, विनय शौर्य हर श्वासे, विनय शौर्य हर श्वासे। मोह चक्र व्यू ने छेदवा, विद्या सत्य ने साथे। सज्ज थया छे नव नव योद्धा, आत्म संग्राम जितवा, आत्म संग्राम जितवा। सजीन संयम शस्त्रों साथे आत्म अरीने हणवा, आत्म अरीने हणवा। स्वाध्याय कवच ने धारण कर, अज्ञान तीरो अटकावा, अज्ञान तीरो अटकावा। अप्रमत्तताना शस्त्रो धार्य, प्रमाद सैन्य ने हरावा, प्रमाद सैन्य ने हरावा। अहिंसानो च अमोघ किल्लो, आत्मरक्षण करवा। सज्ज थया छे नव नव योद्धा, आत्म संग्राम
हणवा आत्मसंग्राम जितवा सजीने संयम शस्त्रों साथे आत्म हरीने हणवा आत्म हरीने हणवा
ક્રૂરતા હોય સંસાર યુદ્ધમાં આત્મયુદ્ધમાં હોય કરુણા આત્મયુદ્ધમાં હોય કરુણા હાથી ઘોડા શસ્ત્ર નહીં પણ ડગલે પગલે હોય જગના ડગલે પગલે હોય જગના રજો હરણનું સુરક્ષા ચક્ર અવગુણ શત્રુને વશ કરવા
સજ્જ થયા છે નવ નવ યોદ્ધા આત્મસંગ્રામ જીતવા આત્મસંગ્રામ જીતવા સજીને સંયમ શસ્ત્રો સાથે આત્મ હરીને હણવા આત્મ હરીને હણવા
મત્તેન વંદામી પરમ ગુરુદેવ શ્રી
સર્વ માસતીજીના ચરણોમાં ભાવપૂર્વક વંદન.
નમામિ સંયમમ વંદામિ વૈરાગ્યમ.
Jai Jinendra, Jai Gurudev. A warm welcome to all the Bhaviks who are joining us from the US, Canada, and all over the world and in India. Today, we are here to salute and offer our utmost reverence to not only 2 or 3, but 9 courageous souls who are blessed to take the 5 major vows from Rashtrasant Param Gurudev Namramuni Maharaj Saheb on February 20th. On behalf of all of the Bhaviks of the US and Canada, we would like to thank Param Gurudev Shree to give us this divine opportunity to do their Anumodana. Unfortunately, most of us may not be able to attend an in-person event like a Diksha ceremony, but with the help of technology, we are able to do this Anumodana virtually.
Diksha is a process of coming out of your comfort zones and embarking on a journey to perfect yourself. Renouncing the materialistic, worldly life is not an easy journey to embark upon. It means to leave behind all the worldly relationships and accomplishments in the search of the truth. This journey of self-discovery means to erase all the past memories one has accumulated since eternity, and then to imprint Prabhu's memories on an empty slate. Our Diksharthis are eagerly awaiting to embark their journey from oneself to selflessness. So now, let us welcome them with joy in our hearts and rejoice in our minds.
Param Gurudev Shree is not only a saint, but a notable thinker and a humanitarian. His research-based understanding about the science of the self and an effort to help every single individual explore the depths of inner purity has touched hearts all around the world. Leading businessmen, political leaders, and intellectuals feel blessed to seek his visionary guidance in their respective spheres. His practical spirituality has inspired 48 souls till date to give up a lifestyle of outward ambition and accept renunciation in the quest of truth. As we all know, 9 more are also joining him on this path of Sayam with his inspirations and blessings on February 20th, which will make it a total of 57 lucky souls. Now, we would like to request Param Gurudev Shree to bless us with his Bodh Vachan. Padaro, Padaro, Param Gurudev, Padaro, Padaro.
પધારો પધારો મારા ગુરુજી પધારો 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 મારા ગુરુજી પધારો
Hi. Namo Arihantanam. Namo Siddhanam. Namo Ariyanam. Namo Vazayanam. Namo Sav Sahuna. Esho Panch Namukaro Savapavapanansano Mangalanam cha Saveshim Padma Havai Mangalam.
Our Diksharthis are on a journey to give up all worldly life or sansar and enter a divine life or sayam.
The path that they are about to embark on is one that we can only dream of taking. This life is the true path. This path is one that we all should aspire to be on. So now, with our whole heart, we would like to welcome the Diksharthis, and we are so excited to be able to do their Anumodana tonight.
रंगाई हूँ रंगाई संयम रंगे रंगाई भिंजाई हूँ भिंजाई त्याग रंगे हूँ भिंजाई रंगाई हूँ रंगाई संयम रंगे रंगाई भिंजाई हूँ भिंजाई त्याग रंगे हूँ भिंजाई
भौतिक सुखो मांगे छे दुनिया लौकिक रंगो इच्छे छे दुनिया
मारा रोम रोम मां एक झंखना रंगाओ 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 रंगाओ
रंगाओ मारे संयम रंगमा रंगाओ मारे संयम रंगमा.
Now, our Look and Learn students, Isha Ajmera, Griva Gandhi, and Misha Jain would like to honor the Diksharthis with a dance performance.
एक हाथ मारा जो हरण वे एक हाथ मा पात्रा विहार पंथे चालती रहशे मारी आत्मयात्रा. अहो दीक्षा अहो दीक्षा अहो दीक्षा अहो दीक्षा. एक हाथ मारा जो हरण वे एक हाथ मा पात्रा विहार पंथे चालती रहशे मारी आत्मयात्रा. अहो दीक्षा अहो दीक्षा अहो दीक्षा. समारा पगले पगले पापा पगले मांडी श्वास श्वास प्रभु मलन में एक जंग ना राखे
एक हाथ मारा जो हरण ने एक हाथ मा पात्रा विहार पंथे चालती रहशे मारी आत्मयात्रा अहो दीक्षा अहो दीक्षा अहो दीक्षा अहो दीक्षा मस्तक मुंडन मारू शेरे मुख पर बैठी मुस्कान वैरागी भरिया हर एक पगले कर शु मुक्ति प्रस्थान मस्तक मुंडन मारू शेरे मुख पर बैठी मुस्कान वैरागी भरिया हर एक पगले कर शु मुक्ति प्रस्थान एक हाथ मारा जो हरण ने एक हाथ मा पात्रा विहार पंथे चालती रहशे मारी आत्मयात्रा अहो दीक्षा अहो दीक्षा अहो दीक्षा अहो दीक्षा
Harsh, harsh to our Look and Learn students for their bhav for our Diksharthis. Now we would like to request Param Gurudev Shree to bless us with his Bodh Vachan. Padaro, padaro, Param Gurudev, padaro, padaro.
हेलो, प्रभु पथगामी बनने के लिए to walk on the path of Prabhu, nine mumuksu स्वयं के इनर वॉइस को, स्वयं के अंदर की आवाज को जब सुनते हैं ना, तभी संयम ग्रहण करने का पुरुषार्थ प्रकट होता है। संयम कभी किसी के फोर्स से नहीं लिया जा सकता। संयम कभी किसी के ऑर्डर से, फोर्स से, आग्रह से नहीं लिया जा सकता। संयम तो लिया जाता है अपने ही इनर वॉइस से। और इसलिए मैं आज यूएसए और कनाडा के भाविकों को इन 9 मुमुक्षुओं में से एक ही प्रेरणा आपको देना चाहता हूं। एवरीडे आप भी अपने आप के अंदर के आवाज को धीरे धीरे सुनना शुरू कर दो, क्योंकि जैन दर्शन में आत्मा को आत्म प्रदेश का समूह कहा गया है। एक आत्मा, लेकिन उसके छोटे 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 असंख्य पार्टिकल्स। और जैन दर्शन में एक श्रेष्ठ सिद्धांत यह कहा गया है कि असंख्य पार्टिकल्स कर्मों से जब ग्रसित होते हैं, लेकिन उस समय में भी 8 पार्टिकल्स ऐसे होते हैं जो अनटच, जो कर्मों की असर से मुक्त होते हैं। और इसलिए हम धीरे 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 हमारे इनर वॉइस को सुनना शुरू कर दे, तो कभी कभी हम उस 8 पार्टिकल्स की आवाज को भी सुन लेंगे। और वो 8 पार्टिकल सिद्ध होने के कारण हमारे अंदर से संयम भाव को प्रकट कराने वाले होते हैं। जब भी कोई दीक्षा के मार्ग पर आता है, संयम के मार्ग पर आता है, तब वो अपनी इनर वॉइस को सुनकर आता है। लेकिन इनर वॉइस तभी ही सुनाई देता है जब वो अपने 8 पार्टिकल्स को टच करता है। उसमें से एक आवाज आती, एक शुद्धि की आवाज, एक सिद्धि की आवाज, एक सत्य की आवाज, एक संयम की आवाज, एक अहिंसा की आवाज, एक सत्य की आवाज, एक अचौर्य की आवाज, एक अलग 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 प्रकार के आत्म गुणों का वॉइस अंदर से आता है। और इसे इनर वॉइस कहा जाता है। देवानुप्रियो, किसी ने कहा साधना की शुरुआत में क्या करना चाहिए? परमात्मा ने कहा साधना की शुरुआत में अपने अंदर की आवाज को सुनना चाहिए। सह सम्मयाय परवागरणेन मन्ने सिंहांति सोचा। परमात्मा ने कहा कि आपको यदि इनर वॉइस, आपके अंदर की आवाज सुनने की प्रेरणा मिल जाए ना, तो आपके अंदर की आवाज कभी आपको रॉन्ग ट्रैक पर नहीं ले जा सकती। आपके अंदर की आवाज आपको कभी भी रॉन्ग ट्रैक पर नहीं ले जा सकती। और इसलिए आज जब दीक्षार्थियों का सम्मान का अवसर है ना, तब इस सम्मान के अवसर पर मैं आपको यही कहूंगा कि बाहर की आंखें बंद हो तो अंदर की आंखें खुलती है, और बाहर की आवाज बंद होते तो अंदर की आवाज सुनाई देती है। बाहर के दृश्यों से जब हम कट ऑफ हो जाते हैं ना, तभी हम अंदर के आत्म वैभव से कनेक्ट हो जाते हैं। और मेरी आपको यही प्रेरणा है कि दीक्षार्थी को देखकर आपके अंदर में भी आपके अंतर आत्मा से कनेक्ट होने की प्रेरणा मिलनी चाहिए। आज यूएस और कनाडा के भाविकों ने बहुत ही भाव से जैसे वो इंडिया में हो, जैसे वो भारत में हमारे आस पास में हो, इसी तरह से इन संयमियों का, इन दीक्षार्थियों का सम्मान करने का, बहुमान करने का, उनके प्रति अहोभाव व्यक्त करने का जो भाव व्यक्त किया है ना, यह आपके अंदर में विराजमान परम तत्वों का परिचय दे रहा है कि अमेरिका में बैठे बैठे हुए, कनाडा में रहते हुए भी आपके अंदर में परम तत्वों के प्रति अहोभाव है, परम तत्वों के प्रति सम्मान का भाव है, परम तत्वों के बहुमान का भाव है, परम तत्वों के प्रति अहोभाव है। और याद रखना, अनुमोदना का भाव ही हमारे भावी के आराधना के बीज होते हैं। आज की अनुमोदना बीज के रूप में होती है, जो कल हमारी आराधना के रूप में फ्रूटफुल हो जाती है। इसलिए जब भी संयमियों की अनुमोदना का चांस मिले ना, ये चांस लेना चाहिए। मैं ज्यादा नहीं कहूंगा, क्योंकि मुझे 10 मिनट का टाइम दिया गया था और 10 मिनट कंप्लीट करते हुए मैं आपको 2 बातें कहकर लास्ट फिनिश कर रहा हूं। क्या? एक, इनर वॉइस सुननी चाहिए। लिसन टू योर इनर वॉइस। और दूसरा, जब भी संयमियों की अनुमोदना का अवसर मिले ना, तब इतनी अनुमोदना करनी चाहिए। तन से अनुमोदना सेवा के रूप में, मन से अनुमोदना अहोभाव के रूप से, धन से अनुमोदना संयम की अनुमोदना करते हुए महोत्सव की अनुमोदना करनी चाहिए, जिससे हमारे अंदर में आज की अनुमोदना के बीच कल की आराधना के वृक्ष के रूप में फलित हो जाते हैं। सुबह તમારી આજની अनुमोदना, તમારા બધાની આજની अनुमोदना, હું રાહ જોઈશ આ બીજ ક્યારે ઉગશે। આજની अनुमोदना આવતીકાલ તમારા પણ સંયમનો માર્ગ ખોલશે। અને હું રાહ જોઈશ કે તમે બધા મારી સમક્ષ ઉભા હશો અને કહેતા હશો, મમ મુંડાવેહ, मम पव्वावेह, मम वेशम समप्पवेह। हे गुरुदेव, हे परमात्मन, मने मुंडित करो, मने प्रवर्जित करो, मने संयम नो वेश अर्पण करो, मने रजोरનું દાન આપો। તમારા 2 હાથ લંબાયેલા હશે અને તમે આ વિનંતી કરતા હશો, મારી સમક્ષ ઉભા હશો, એ દિવસની હું પ્રતીક્ષા કરીશ। हेलो, કેટલાને લાગે છે કે આજ આ ભાવિના નિર્માણની પળ છે? हेलो दिशा, हेलो। उपधान तो आपके अंदर की चेतना को, आपके इनर वॉइस को जगाने की प्रोसेस थी। और गारंटी के साथ मैं कह रहा हूं कि आज नहीं तो कल ये इनर वॉइस आपको सुनाई देगा और एक दिन आप अवश्य मुझे कहने वाले हैं कि गुरुदेव, आई एम रेडी नाउ। हेलो, हेलो। फिक्स है ये दिन, बस डेट डिक्लेयर होने में देर है। शुभ हो, मंगल हो। नेक्स्ट।
Thank you, Param Gurudev Shree, for giving us all not only a better understanding of how important this event is, but all of us should now realize that This anumodana that we're doing is something that if we may never be able to take Diksha, this is what we can do ourselves. So thank you, Gurudev, so much for explaining that.
Now, our students would like to introduce each and every Diksharthi by briefly sharing what their journey was from worldly life to the Diksharthi stage. First, I will invite LNL Look and Learn student Tej to give Anumodana to Mumukshu Bhavyabai.
Jai Jinendra, a sibling was a child's first friend, first guide, first mentor, and first idol. Here's an inspiring example of Bhavyabai, who followed his elder sister's footsteps and is on the path of achieving Atma Kalyan. Bhavyabai was deeply inspired by his elder sister Kinjal Didi. When Kinjal Didi took the vow of not bursting crackers at the age of 7 years, Bhavyabai too, at the age of 3, took the vow when he had never even burst a cracker. Kinjal Didi took the vow of not eating roots, potatoes, onions, garlic, etc. at the age of 10. Bhavyabai also took this vow at the age of 5. Kinjal Didi learned the entire Patikaman by the age of 11 years, and Bhavyabai too learned it just by listening to her at the age of 7 years. On the day of Kinjal Didi's Diksha, he told her, "Didi, your path is absolutely right, and one day I will also follow your footsteps on this path." From 2018, he dedicated himself to do seva and became a part of the technical and live streaming team that is responsible for broadcasting Param Gurudev's Booth Vachans to lift all of us in USA and across 150 countries around the world. Koop Koop Anamona.
Thank you, Tej, for your inspiring introduction to Mumukshu Bhavyabai. Now we would like to open questions to the audience. Please raise your hand if you have a question. Yoma Didi Doshi, please unmute yourself if you would like to ask the question.
Yes, Jai Jinendra, my question is for Bhavya Bhai. During Agna Patrika Vidhi, what was your thoughts going on when you bowed down to your mom Nisha Ben for blessings?
Yes. On the day of Agna Arpan, there was a process going on in which I was recalling my whole life. On that day, I was recalling how Nisha Ben transformed my life. She was so much upkari for me. I remember when I was very small, just like you are having a kid beside you, at that very age, she used to take me to the Upashray. And then she used to take me to the darshan of Sayyami. She never took antray, which was the main factor. Whenever I used to ask her, I want to go into the Gurudev sanidhya, she used to always say yes, even if my 10th and 12th exams were coming. So at that very moment, I was recalling all of that, and I was having the feeling of upkar towards her. Yes. Second question your was that was I expecting her to bow down, to give me shower the blessings?
Blessing. Yeah.
So Gurudev always says, whenever you do something, you don't have to ask for favor. For instance, if I'm bowing down, I don't have to think for what Ashirvad she is going to give. So yes, I was thinking that only. I had my immense upkar bhav towards her. The biggest Ashirvad which she had given me was when she was thinking of my kalyan and not for my career. So as a parent, I would also like you to think for your student, so think for your kids kalyan, not for his career. So through which he would also be able to do something good in his life.
Yes, I need that blessing. Yeah. Thank you.
Next, we would like to invite Ahan, one of our Look and Learn students, to do Anumodana for Mumukshu File Didi.
Nandra, Didi, you are a great inspiration to us. How lucky that you got the opportunity to get Bodh Vachan from Gurudev Shree at the young age of 16. Our utmost vandam to you that you relinquished your temporary dreams of becoming a pilot and to soar up in the sky. Instead, decided to pursue the permanent dream to soar high and high up to the final destination of Siddhashila. Payal Anumodana and all our prayers to achieve this final destination and inspire millions of souls along the way. Jai Jinandra!
Now, if anyone from the audience has a question for Mumukshu Payoditi, please raise your hand. Professor Young, if you'd like to unmute yourself to ask your question.
Jai Janindra, Jai Gurudev. I'd like to ask, what made you decide to pursue this path rather than a typical career path, especially given your level of education?
Suppose, just imagine if you are walking on a path and there you receive a bag full of silver coins. You get very happy and you take that bag. If you walk a little more further, you are given a bag of gold coins. But there is just one condition. You have to give back the bag of silver coins and only then you shall get the bag of gold coins. What shall you do? You shall give it back to get the gold coins, right? If you even walk a little more further, you get a bag of platinum coins. And again, there is the same condition. You have to give the bag of gold coins return and you can take the bag of platinum coins. In life, anything, to achieve anything that is precious, you always give back that what is not more precious. Similarly, in this path of Sanyam, we are going to achieve the knowledge which will get converted into vision. But the academic knowledge that we shall pursue shall only be an outer information. The knowledge that we are going to get in this Sanyam life shall remain with us even after our births. But the knowledge that we shall get from our academic studies shall only be with us till for this birth. So we are just going to achieve something that is more precious.
I would now like to invite Look and Learn student Ashna to give Anumodana to Mumukshu Jina Didi.
Gino Didi, you were born with a golden spoon. You were surrounded with immense luxury, have traveled the world, have access to anything your heart desires. But aho bhav, that you were willing to give up anything that a common man dreams of having. You derived that real happiness was from within, and not the worldly pleasures of the world. Kub Kub Anumodana. That instead of enjoying the riches, you started training as a sadhak in Param Gurudev Shree's sanidhya. Immerse yourself in seva and swadhyay.
Great job, Ashna, for that introduction to Jina Didi. Now we'd like to open the audience to any questions. Deepali Didi Mavani, please unmute yourself to ask your question.
Deepali Deepali Didi, please unmute yourself. We cannot hear you. Deepali Didi, we cannot hear you, but so we'll take another question from the audience. Veena Didi, if you'd like to unmute yourself to ask a question.
Jai Jinendra. Sorry about this. Jaina Didi, for those parents insist one to stay in sansar and do dharma aradhana, how would you convince them?
Yes. Yes. For answering this question, I would like to share an example from my life. After realizing the truth, after attending the Shibir of Param Gurudev, I used to go to college. I used to see my friends chatting and gossiping. That time, with Param Gurudev's grace, I used to do Svadhyay, reading Agam scriptures. And looking at me, my parents got convinced. My parents saw my practice and they realized that this soul is not meant for worldly life, but it is meant for the path of Sayyam. And thus they got convinced. Are you satisfied with the answer?
Thank you, Gino Didi, for that amazing answer. Next, we would like to invite our Look and Learn student, Haley, to do Anumodana for Mumukshu Hetali Didi.
Jai Jinendra, Hitali Didi, your ambition in life is to own the biggest business company and have many employees work under you. How amazing is it that instead your life took a 360-degree turn and chose a path where millions of souls will be inspired by you. When you were 15 years, you got the inspiration from Pujya Shree Dattabai Masapiji and realized that true freedom does not come in being independent on the outside, but it lies within, where you free yourself from the desires of the mind. Kub Kub Anumodana to you.
We would now like to open up to the audience if anyone has a question for Mumukshu Hitali Didi. Ishan by Dikshit, if you'd like to unmute yourself.
Jai Jinendra, Jai Gurudev. Hetali Didi, how did you overcome challenges getting Agna from your parents? And what kept your faith strong to follow this path?
By God's grace, I was among the fortunate seekers whose parents did not stop me. Yes, parents are connected with me and are still connected with me. But they knew that in the whole world, the happiness which I will get in Sayam Bhav will not give me any other place, and I will achieve my purity only in Sanyam. And I knew I heard many people facing many challenges, but I was ready to accept any challenge which would have overcome to my path, because I knew that my Prabhu will protect me and my Guru will guide me. That is the strong faith that kept me strong. I hope I was able to clarify your question.
Thank you so much for the inspiring answer. Now we would like to welcome our next Look and Learn student, Adrika, who will be giving Anumodana to Nidhi Didi.
Jai Jinendra and Jai Gurudev. Nidhi Didi, you were blessed with this Bodh Vachan from Pujya Gurudev Shree in Yuva Shibur in Rajkot in 2011. This led to your deep contemplation and self-exploration. Being a child, you loved potatoes, onions, and garlic, but learned about Nigad and hurting so many jeeves for your taste made your heart tremble and fill with compassion. You understood that every step of sansar is a life step where you hurt infinite other beings. You realize that the sinless and compassionate life of Siam is the only true path. And this led to your decision to take Diksha. Gub Gub Anumodana to you, Didi, for inspiring us to be compassionate and live a life of no hurt. Jai Jinendra.
Khub Khub Anumodana, Adrika, for your inspiring words about Mumukshu Nidhi Didi. Now we will open the audience to any questions. Please raise your hand if you have any questions. Hardik Bhai Desai, please unmute yourself to ask your question.
જય જીનેન્દ્ર, મારો ક્વેશ્ચન નિધિ દીદીને એ છે કે એકવાર રિયલાઇઝ થયું કે આ જ સંયમનો માર્ગ ઉત્તમ છે અને મારે આ જ માર્ગમાં આગળ વધવું છે, તો આપે દેહ અને ઇન્દ્રિયોની આસક્તિને કેવી રીતે તોડી?
First of all, I would like to say that I am still in the process of breaking attachments towards body and its senses. I have not fully overcome like Vitrag Paramatma. I would like to ask you one question. આપણું આ બોડી છે એ ટેમ્પરરી છે કે પરમાનન્ટ?
ટેમ્પરરી.
જો આપણને આ વસ્તુ ખબર જ છે કે આપણું આ બોડી ટેમ્પરરી છે, તો પછી આ બોડી માટેની કેર કેમ? આ બોડીને શણગારવાનું કેમ? બસ જ્યારે મને આ સત્યની સમજ આવીને ત્યારથી મારી આ બોડી પ્રત્યેની આસક્તિ ઓછી થવા લાગી, છૂટવા લાગી. I hope are you satisfied with my answer?
જી, thank you.
Even the simplest answer has such a deeper meaning. Thank you so much, Nidhi. Next, we'd like to invite Somya, one of our Look and Learn students, to do Anumodana for Mumukshu Riya Didi.
Riya Didi, you are such an inspiration to so many souls like me. You earned so much good karma in your past lives that you were able to receive the blessings and sanidhya of Param Gurudev at the age of just 5 years old. You enjoyed dressing up as a Masatiji, doing vihar and gotri, and performing vrats at this age. Not only did you continue to nourish your own soul after this, but you have also spread the teachings of Jainism to so many young Jains. I have attended your online youth sessions and I've always been amazed by your patience and your wisdom on these Jain topics. One who takes the time to spread their wisdom to others should be regarded with the utmost respect. Even with so many accomplishments in Sansar, you have still chosen to follow the path provided by Paramatma. At such a young age, you have unlocked the secrets of the soul, and I hope that you continue to do so and encourage others around you to do the same. Jai Jinendra.
Thank you, Somya. Now, if anyone has a question, please raise your hand. Krissa Didi, if you'd like to unmute yourself to ask a question.
Thank you, Jay Jinendra. Ria Didi, my question is, I understand that when you take Diksha, you renounce so many worldly attachments like family and job. However, once you take Diksha, is there still opportunity for attachment in Siam life? For example, can one who's taken Diksha, can you become attached to others in the Gurukul who have also taken Diksha, or even Gurudev? This is my question. Is this possible? Thank you.
It's a very nice question. I'd like to say, when you have a post-it, have you used a post-it sheet? A sticky note? Okay. When you use that note and you stick it on a surface, now, after you stick it and you remove it, and you try to stick it on a new surface, will you be able to stick it? No, because the glue is over. Similarly, when we leave this sansar, we also leave the glue, that is attachment. So once we have left the attachment, we don't feel like getting new attachments. Once we have been convinced, once we know that all relations, all attachments are temporary, we have come alone in this birth and we are going to go alone from this entire world. When the time comes, when death comes, we are going to go alone, right? So once we realize that, we know that these attachments are not going to last, these attachments are temporary. We are fully convinced, and that is why there is no space for new attachments. Because if we are going to do the same thing, why take Diksha? If we are going to go through the same process again after taking Diksha, why make our parents cry? Why leave this world? Right? And Karisa Didi, you had come to this Ubdhan, right? You had come this time for Ubdhan. You know that wrong identity is the cause for all relations. And we have realized that the right identity is the right path to walk on. And that is why we don't have chance or possibility for getting attached.
Thank you.
Before moving on, I'd like to say a few words about Mumuksha Ria Didi. She is an extreme inspiration for me. I met her a few years ago when she came to the US to do a Prayushan for the youth here. Although she was wearing white clothing and she was talking about how she wanted to take Diksha, at that time, we were still talking about normal things, and she felt like a normal teenager to me. We were talking about our friends, about social media, and I felt like I could talk to her in the same way that I talk to anybody else. So when I found out that Ria Didi was one of the 9 Diksharthis for this February Diksha ceremony, a part of me was shocked, but more of me was absolutely amazed. And I just felt so like special and happy that someone that I knew is taking Diksha. I have utmost respect for all of the Masadijis and Maharaj Sahebs and all of the Mumukshus who are taking Diksha. But knowing that Ria Didi is someone that I personally knew, I stayed with for multiple days, someone who's just like me is taking Diksha is really inspiring. I may not be able to take Diksha myself, but after going to Parasdham and seeing all of the Masadijis and Maharaj Sahebs and all of the Mumukshus, I know that the Sayam path is the only true path. And I will remember them and all of the Diksharthis and keep this bhav with me always. So Ria Didi, thank you so much.
Disha Didi, before we move on, I'd like to add something. You said that you may not be able to take Diksha, but Gurudev just committed that there will be someday, maybe not today, maybe not in this week, maybe not in this Diksha, but someday. So let's not get negative, let's be positive, that someday. Okay? Is that okay? Can you commit that much? Like you said, we are same. You said that I felt like a normal teenager to you. And we were pretty similar at that time. I would like to see some similarity once I go on that path. I would like to see some similarity after that as well.
Next, we would like to invite Look and Learn student Anya to give Anumodana to Priyanka Didi Mumukshu.
Jai Shindar. Priyanka Didi, we bow down to you. From childhood, you exonerated the qualities of Vairagya and showed deep attachment towards Prabhu. How blessed that you and your sister got the opportunity of getting Pujya Shree Gurudev's sanidhya. Your sister's Diksha invoked an intense desire of walking on the path of Vairagya within you. Khub khub anumodana to you for your selfless seva to spread Prabhu's words with your excellent videography skills and become a sat nimit for all of us in USA to get blessed with Gurudev's darshan and listen to both the vachans through daily live and recorded sessions. Jai Shri.
Thank you and Khub Khub Anumodana Anya. Now we would like to open any questions to the audience. Kushbu Didi said, please unmute yourself to ask a question.
Jai Jinendra, Khub Khub Anumodana, Priyanka Devi. My question is, what was your specific moment when you decided that I'm ready to take Diksha now? And when you decided that, what was the hardest thing for you to renounce in Sansar?
With Param Gurudev's grace, I got an opportunity to attend Diwali Yuva Sanskar Shibir, in which once Gurudev was giving symbolic Rajwarant to every Diksharthi. I was one of the blessed ones to receive symbolic Rajwarant from Gurudev. It was a divine experience. That was the moment when I heard my inner voice that I don't want to wait anymore. Since childhood, I had divine love for God, and in Param Gurudev's sanidhya, I realized that it's not enough to just love God. There's a huge difference between just loving God and being just like God. And that was the moment when I decided to move forward for Sanyam Jeevan. My answer to your second question is that it's not a difficult task to leave materialistic world when we come in contact with Param Gurudev. But something that was difficult for me was to leave my own thinking, my own belief, and my own existence, which was only possible with Param Gurudev's grace. I hope you are satisfied with my answer.
Thank you so much, Mumukshu Priyanka Didi, for sharing your experience that led you to take Diksha.
Now we'd like to invite our Look and Learn student, Dakshil, to do Anumodana for Mumukshu Didi, Nisha Didi.
How amazing that 200 years in Gondal Sampradaya, just like Pujya Shree Dungarsiji Maharaj Saheb took Diksha with his mother, Mumukshu Nisha Ben and her son Mumukshu Bhavya Bhai are together on the path of taking Diksha. In 2007, you met Pujya Shree Virmati Bai Mahasati Ji, who completely changed your perception and showed you the true path. Nisha Didi, you planted the seeds of Vairagya in your children from a very young age. Over and over, you showed them that Sanyam is the right path and asked them not to make the same mistake as Shree did. Usually, a parent would wish for their child to be very successful in life by having a wealth, career, etc. Instead, you showed them the path of Vairagya and achieving the ultimate success of Aatmayatra. For lifelong, you have been engrossed in doing sadhu sadhiji seva and Vairagya. Even though you are from Deravasi, without any difference, you served all sampradayas. In 2016, your daughter, with Param Gurudev's same Krupa, took Diksha, and your son, Bhavya Bhai, dedicated his life to learn more about this path. In 2017, about a year later, the sad event of losing your husband was an awakening moment for you. You realized life is unpredictable, and What would you do with the wealth your kids had already given up? And thus he took a decision of following the path of Diksha. Khub Amanumodna to such a great mother who not only did her Atma Kalyan but also inspired her children and uplifted her entire family. You are an inspiration for all of us.
Dakshil Khub Anumodna, he perfectly put it that not only should we be giving Anumodna to Nisha Didi, but also that Bhavya Bai is also taking Diksha. It's amazing. Now we'd like to open the floor. If any audience members have a question for Mumukshu Nisha Didi. Lata Aunty, if you would like to unmute yourself to ask a question.
મધ્યાહન વંદનામિત ગુરુદેવ મારો ક્વેશ્ચન છે નિશા દીદી માટે. નિશા દીદી આજ્ઞાપત્રિકા અર્પણ વખતે જ્યારે ગુરુદેવની આજ્ઞાથી ભવ્યભાઈ આપને વંદન કરી રહ્યા હતા ત્યારે આપના મગજમાં શું ચાલતું હતું? એવા ક્યાં થોટ પ્રોસેસ હતા કે તમે ભવ્યભાઈને આશીર્વાદ ન આપી શક્યા કે હાથ નહીં લંબાણો?
આ સિચ્યુએશન સમયે બધાને આ ક્વેશ્ચન આવ્યો હતો, પણ જ્યારે મામાંથી મમત્વનું મૃત્યુ થાય છે ત્યારે જ તે મુમુક્ષુ બની શકે છે. અને ભવ્યભાઈ જ્યારે મારા સામે આવ્યા હતા આશીર્વાદ માટે, ત્યારે હું એક મા ન હતી, હું એક મુમુક્ષુ હતી. અને ભવ્યભાઈના વૈરાગ્ય ભાવ જોઈને તેના માટે મને અહોભાવ હતા, એક સદભાવના હતી. અને જ્યાં અહોભાવ અને સદભાવના હોય ત્યાં સહજ રીતે હાથ જોડાઈ જાય છે, આશીર્વાદ માટે હાથ લંબાતા નથી. સેટિસ્ફાય માય આન્સર?
યસ, ફર્સ્ટ ટાઈમ જાણવા મળ્યું કે સદભાવના હોય ત્યાં હાથ જોડાય છે. થેન્ક યુ નિશા દીદી.
Thank you, Lata Aunty, for the question, and Mumukshu Nisha Didi for answering. Next, we would like to introduce our Look and Learn student, Hiya, who will be giving Anumodna to Mumukshu Devanshi Didi.
Jai Jinendra! While millions of people are born in families bonded by attachment and affection, only few rare souls are born in Prabhu's Parivar, where he is their family member and he guides them on the path to moksha. Just like Paramatma Rishabdev, Pujya Gurudev Shree has inspired his family to embark on the Diksha Marg. Gurudev took Diksha at the age of 21. Devanshi Didi was inspired by her sisters Vairagya and Diksha and invoked her desire to identify with herself. Since the last 3 years, Devanshi Didi has been offering her seva and vayavaj to the elderly Pujya Mahasati Jis. With her simplicity, pure heart, and selfless seva, she has won the hearts of everyone. Kup Kup Anumodna to you.
Amazing introduction to Mumukshu Devanshi Didi. Now we would like to open the floor to questions from the audience. Sankit Bhai Shah, to ask.
My question is for Devanshi. How does one stay focused when you have many family members traveling on the same path as you?
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
Yeah. How does one stay focused when you have many family members who are traveling on the same path as you?
Yeah, I bow down to Prabhu Mahaveer. Relations, rather than being a relation, they have always been an inspiration for me. Gurudev always taught it
the Prabhu preaching of Ege Aya, that is, you are only a pure one soul. Looking at Param Vibhutiji Mahasatiji, I have always got an inspiration of Nasa Maham Novi Aham Pitti se, that is, you are, that is, no one belongs to you and you belongs to no one. So rather than, and you can easily see that few minutes ago, even Riya Didi has said that all the relations are temporary. At the end, nothing comes with us. I hope I have convinced you. Thank you.
Thank you, Himanshu. Now we would like to open it up to the audience. If any of our U.S. audience members has a question for any of the Diksharthis, please raise your hand. Jinesh, if you would like to unmute yourself.
Jai Jinendra, Jai Gurudev. જીનલ દીદી ને અમે બહુ જ નાની હતી ત્યારથી we have seen her અને we are very much inspired from our entire family is very inspired by her as well as all the Diksharthis ને ખૂબ અનુમોદના. બધા Diksharthine ખાલી એક જ question પૂછ્યો છે કે should we be ambitious or should we be satisfied? And when we should be ambitious and when we should be satisfied in our lives.
My answer to your question is, ambition is not a bad thing. But when you start running behind ambitions and you start getting depressed or affected by or disappointed when you don't get the ambitions, that is wrong. Having expectations after ambitions is wrong. So whenever, even Gurudev says, that you should not be completely satisfied with what you get. Because if you get satisfied, you won't strive to get better. If you do one type of tap and you get satisfied that, okay, I have done tap, then you won't try to do better. If you do one type of sadhana, one type of study, one good thing, one donation, and if you get satisfied, you won't be able to do more. So ambition is not wrong, but having expectations from that ambition is wrong. So you should keep on aspiring to do better and better, but not have any expectations.
Next, if you'd like to unmute yourself.
Mathen Mandami Gurudev. So my question is for Bhavya Bhai and Nisha Didi. So I just wanted to understand, I know that both of you came together like few years ago, Guruji na sanidhya to get trained to become mumukshus and then take Diksha. So when both of you took the decision, was it like a together decision, or maybe one of you inspired the other and then you all came on this path together? So did one of you inspire the other, or it was a unanimous decision, like, both of you just wanted to go on this path together? Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Yes. So we both didn't have taken the decision together. Basically, I had taken the decision in 2017, in Pavandham Chaturmas. I was with Gurudev only, whole Chaturmas. In that Chaturmas, I used to do studies in Mumbai only. I had my college, my career going on, and I was also in the sanidhya of Gurudev. Later on, after 2018, Nisha Didi also had the bhav, and she also came in Gurudev's sanidhya. Yes. So we didn't had કે સાથે નહોતું કરેલું પણ ક્યાંક ને ક્યાંક પહેલાં મારા ભાવ થયા હતા એના પછી તેઓ પણ સાથે જોઈન થયા હતા.
Thank you, Bhavya Bhai.
જી.
Next, Parthav uncle, if you'd like to unmute yourself.
સો મારો આપણે સંસારમાં હોઈએ ત્યારે ઘણી સેવા કરી શકાય છે પણ આ સાધના બહુ લિમિટેડ થાય છે અને સંયમમાં હોઈએ ત્યારે સાધના આત્મસાધના તો ઘણી થાય છે પણ સેવા લિમિટેડ થાય છે સંયમ જીવનના રિસ્ટ્રિક્શન્સને લીધે. તો આજની દુનિયામાં આટલી બધી તકલીફ છે, આટલું બધું દુઃખ છે, તો મને એ થાય છે કે શું સેવા વધારે મહત્ત્વની છે કે સંયમ વધારે મહત્ત્વનું છે? સેવા વધારે મહત્ત્વની કે સાધના વધારે મહત્ત્વની?
યસ, તમારો ક્વેશ્ચન બહુ સારો છે કે સેવા કરવી કે સાધના કરવી, બટ વાય નોટ ડુ બોથ? એક એક્ઝામ્પલ દેવા માંગીશ. જ્યારે કોઈ બેગર હોય એને તમે 5 રૂપીસ આપી દો, 5 કંઈક આપી દો અને એનો પ્રોબ્લેમ સોલ્વ કરો, કે એની સામે તમે જડમૂળથી એનો પ્રોબ્લેમ જ સોલ્વ કરવાની કોશિશ કરો, એને જોબ આપી દો. વોટ ઇઝ બેટર, to give some donation or to remove the problem from the roots itself? Similarly, when we take Diksha and we start learning scriptures of Paramatma, what we try to do is we implement those things. We take small steps to implement those things in our life so that we can become a living example of the charitra, of the character, of the lifestyle that Paramatma has given. And once we live that character, once we live that lifestyle, people tend to look at Sant Satijis, people tend to look at Paramatma and get answers themselves from their life. They become examples, they become epitomes. So similarly, once we become examples, we won't have to do Shashan Prabhavna, we won't have to go ahead and do Seva. But in turn, I think, I wouldn't say I'm sure, but with Gurudev's Kripa, I think that we would be able to become examples for the world, for the Samaj, and they will get answers themselves, they will get some kind of Seva themselves, and they will get inspired to do more and more Seva. So when there's a difference, humanity and superhumanity. Humanity is doing some act of Seva, but superhumanity is giving the knowledge or giving an inspiration and removing the problem from the roots itself. So this path is of superhumanity. Bhagwan was a superhumanitarian.
Gee, thank you, Riya.
Thank you to all of our students and volunteers from the audience for your anumodana to our Diksharthis. We all just learned so much about each and every Diksharthi, and I hope that everyone is inspired by at least one thing that one of them may have said. Now we are going to play a fun game to learn a little bit more about our Diksharthis. We will be playing Rapid Fire. Rapid Fire is a game where each Diksharthi will be given a random word, and they will have only 1 minute to express their views on that word, explaining what it means to them and how the meaning of that word has changed since they've taken Diksha. So again, as I said, each Diksharthi will only get 1 minute to speak on the word that we give them. So first, we would like to start with Mumukshu Bhavyabai. Bhavyabai, your word is thinking process.
For a Sanyami, thinking process should always be samyak. Okay.
Bhavyabai, you have 1 minute.
Okay. So thinking process should always be samyak, and whatever a Sanyami thinks, he should think for his own identity. Thinking for sansar or thinking for relations, attachment and everything won't lead you to anywhere, because this all attachment and relations ultimately are going to be zero. So adding a zero in your life will always result you into zero. So for a Sanyami, it always should be +1, +2, +3. So thinking process for Sanyami should always be samyak. That will add 1, 2 and 3s. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mumukshu Bhavyabai, for offering your wise words about thinking process. Next, we will have Mumukshu Payal Didi, and her word will be ambition. You have 1 minute to express your views on ambition.
Ambitions. Initially, my ambitions were temporary, but now it is permanent. The moksha. I was a career oriented person. Between friends and family, my only focus was my future. But I got a divine opportunity to attend a shibir. And in that shibir, Param Gurudev explained us about all the wrong ambitions that we are planning in our life. And that was the time when my ambition turned from temporary to permanent.
Wow, this is a really an interesting way to think about the word ambition. Next, we have Riya. Riya Didi, in 1 minute, your word is attachment.
The first thing that comes to my mind when you say attachment is handcuffs. Do you like staying in handcuffs, or is that a little frustrating? Similarly, attachments are like handcuffs, and Sanyam is the key to open those handcuffs. Attachments like social media, friends, relationships are like handcuffs, and Sanyam life is the key to open those handcuffs and become free.
Harsh.
Thank you, Riya Didi. It was really interesting to hear the analogy between attachment and handcuffs. I never thought of it that way. Next, we will have Diksharthi Jino Didi, and your word will be
Comforts. Comforts. Comforts reduces your tolerance power, and thus the more the comfort you get, the more dependent you become. And thus, I don't want any more comfort because we are heading towards getting independent, and thus no more comforts.
How courageous you are for giving up comfort services. Next, we have Didi, and your word is
happiness, the real happiness lies within. આપણે આખા વર્લ્ડમાં હેપીનેસને સર્ચ કરવા જઈએ છીએ, પણ એ હેપીનેસ તો આપણા અંદરમાં જ છે.
Wow, that is so true. Happiness does indeed lie within us. So much. Next, we will have Mumukshu, and your word will be relationship.
રિલેશનશિપ અપાણમ વોસિરામી. જ્યારે રિલેશનશિપને વોસિરાવીએ છીએ ત્યારે જ અહીંયા પાપા પગલી કરી શકાય છે. અને ગુરુદેવની કૃપાથી મારી રિલેશનશિપ શૂન્ય થઈ ગઈ ત્યારે જ હું આ પંથ પર અહીંયા આપના સામે આ સ્ટેજ પર છું.
Thank you. Next, we have and her word is belief. Again, the word is belief.
Sorry, but can you repeat?
The word is
Okay. Every individual has his own belief. It is something that is developed since childhood. At a point, it is very easy to leave materialistic world, but it is very difficult to leave your own belief. Diksha is a process in which you have to leave your own belief and make Paramatma's belief as one's own belief.
Thank you so much. Our next section will be Diksharthi Hitali Didi. The topic we would like to learn is vision. Again, the word.
Like the horses have blinkers and they stay focused. So my vision is also to stay focused throughout my Sanyam life.
we should all inspire vision. And lastly, we have Didi. And your word is inspiration.
Inspiration. The way you get inspired is the way you build your career. For example, if someone slaps you, then if you are getting, it's like in India, it's a very common example of Gandhiji, that whenever someone used to slap him, he used to say, no worry. But rather than Gandhiji, there are many people who can give back answers and who can who can give reaction. So it's like the way you get inspired is the way you build your career. It's the way you build your future.
Through our rapid fire game, through the videos from our listeners, and all the questions from our audience members, we were able to learn so much more of all of the Diksha. And we should feel inspired by everything that we learned about them, as we can relate to many things, but we can also try and implement some of the beliefs and values into our life as well.
Tyag na same tyag, or to say an abandonment or avoidance is honorable. We may never be able to follow our mumukshus on the path of Sayam that they are about to take. But what we can do is sahakarmita with their tyag. For that, about 100 bhaviks from here have decided to take vows as per their own capacity, which we would like to present now with this slideshow.
झुकी जाए झुकी जाए झुकी जाए तने जोई जोई झुकी जाए मस्तक अमारू तने जोई जोई झुकी जाए तने जोई जोई झुकी जाए तने जोई जोई झुकी जाए मस्तक अमारू छोड़ी શકું ના હું સંસાર આવી શકું ના તારી સાથ છોડી શકું ના હું સંસાર આવી શકું ના તારી સાથ તને જોઈ જોઈ ઝૂકી જાય તને જોઈ જોઈ ઝૂકી જાય તને જોઈ જોઈ ઝૂકી જાય મસ્તક અમારું તને જોઈ જોઈ ઝૂકી જાય અહો અહો ત્યાગ તારો અહો અહો વૈરાગ્ય તારો અહો અહો પ્રભુ વેશ તારો અહો અહો સંયમ વેશ તારો શોભી ઉઠે છે તું સંયમના વેશમાં પવિત્રતા પ્રગટે છે તારા સંદેશમાં શોભી ઉઠે છે તું સંયમના વેશમાં પવિત્રતા પ્રગટે છે તારા સંદેશમાં તને જોઈ જોઈ ઝૂકી જાય તને જોઈ જોઈ ઝૂકી જાય તને જોઈ જોઈ ઝૂકી જાય મસ્તક અમારું તને જોઈ જોઈ ઝૂકી જાય તને જોઈ જોઈ ઝૂકી જાય તને જોઈ જોઈ ઝૂકી જાય મસ્તક
Harsh to all of our US Guru Bucks for taking these different vows in honor and in order to do Anumodana for the 9 Diksharthi Mumukshus. Now it is our humble request to Param Gurudev Shree to bless us with the Pachkan in honor of the 9 Diksharthis.
हेलो आपने अमेरिका और कनाडा में रहते हुए भी त्यागियों का सम्मान त्याग के भाव से किया है और महात्याग के पंथ पर जाने वाले इन मुमुक्षुओं का सम्मान जब हम एक छोटे से कल्प त्याग से भी करते हैं ना, तब याद रखना अल्प त्याग ही महात्याग का, अल्प त्याग ही महात्याग का एक संस्कार बन जाता है, अल्प त्याग ही महात्याग का एक कारण बन जाता है। मुझे आज बहुत ही एक आनंद हो रहा है कि दीक्षार्थियों के सम्मान में छोटे छोटे बालक और बालिकाएं दिशा दीदी और अनुषा ऐसे बालक बालिकाएं भी मैं देख रहा हूं कि इस प्रोग्राम के अंदर में भाव के साथ, अहोभाव के साथ, विथ स्माइलिंग फेस पार्टिसिपेंट और उनके अंदर में भी संस्कार, त्यागियों की अनुमोदना के संस्कार। और इसलिए मैं हमेशा के लिए कहता था कि जब आपके फैमिली में धीरे 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 परमात्मा और गुरु के साथ आपका कनेक्शन बढ़ता जाएगा ना, आपकी नेक्स्ट जनरेशन, सोनल दीदी ने पहले सोचा ही नहीं था, सुप्रिया दीदी ने पहले सोचा ही नहीं था, पहले पार्थिव भाई ने सोचा ही नहीं था, पहले वीना दीदी ने सोचा ही नहीं था कि हमारे चिल्ड्रन भी इस प्रकार से दीक्षार्थियों की अनुमोदना में, राइट। आप अमेरिका के बहुत सारे ऐसे ही परिवारों को देखते हैं कि उनके बच्चों को चाहे कितना ही कहा जाए लेकिन वो जुड़ नहीं रहे, और ये सभी स्माइलिंग फेस में कब के आप लोगों का फेस रीडिंग ही कर रहा हूं। जूम पर मैं आप सभी के एक एक किड्स के एक बच्चों के एक चिल्ड्रन के एक भाविक के मैं फेस का रीडिंग कर रहा हूं कि इन सबके अंदर में जो अहोभाव है, संयम के प्रति अहोभाव जगना, ये अनंत अनंत काल के पीछे आने वाला एक अपूर्व करण योग होता है। संयमियों के प्रति अहोभाव प्रकट होना यह अपूर्व करण योग कहा जाता है, क्योंकि हमें भोग में अनंत काल से आनंद आया है, संयम में अहोभाव आना, इसे परमात्मा ने अपूर्व कहा है कि पहले कभी भी ये नहीं आया था, ऐसा भाव आया है। आपको भी नहीं मालूम कि जब आप संयम को रिस्पेक्ट करते हो ना, संयम भावों को रिस्पेक्ट देते हो, तब अपने आप में ही आपके अंदर में 69 करोड़ सागरोपम के मोहनीय कर्म का क्षय हो जाता है। देवानुप्रियो, आपको लगता है कि हम तो एक संयम की अनुमोदना के कार्यक्रम में जुड़े हुए हो, मेरी दृष्टि से यह कार्यक्रम नहीं होता, ये तो अपूर्व करण का कार्य होता है और मोक्ष के क्रम में जुड़ने की प्रोसेस होती है। इसलिए इसे आप सिर्फ कार्यक्रम मत कहना कि चलो आज हम एक कार्यक्रम में गए थे जिसमें दीक्षार्थियों का सम्मान था। हेलो हार्दिक भाई, सुन रहे हैं ना बरोबर आप? ये कोई कार्यक्रम नहीं है, ये संयम के प्रति अहोभाव जगाने वाला। अब देख लो, आपके 50 फ्रेंड्स को आप कहोगे ना संयम, अरे क्या ऐसी सब बातें, अपने खाई पीने ड्रिंक मेरी यूं जलसा आ गया, ये क्या सब त्याग व्याग की बातें कर रहे हैं। आप लोगों के आसपास के फ्रेंड्स को देखना, उनके अंदर में त्याग के प्रति अहोभाव नहीं होगा। त्याग के प्रति अहोभाव प्रकट होना, इससे जैन दर्शन में संयम के प्रति अहोभाव प्रकट होना, इसे जैन दर्शन में अपूर्व योग कहा जाता है, क्योंकि अनंत काल तो भोग के साथ योग होता है। अनंत काल तो संसार की अनुकूलताओं के पीछे योग होता है। जब संयम के प्रति अहोभाव आ जाए ना, जब संयम के प्रति अहोभाव आ जाए ना, तब ही उससे एक अपूर्व योग कहा जाता है जो पास में कभी नहीं हुआ होता है। और इसीलिए इसे कहा जाता है कि 69 करोड़ी सागरोपम के मोहनी कर्म को खपाने का एक लाइन क्या, संयम तने वंदन, संयमियो तमारा प्रति अमारो अहोभाव, त्याग ने वंदन, त्यागियों प्रति अहोभाव छे। सिर्फ ये 1-2 लाइन, और 2 लाइन भी चेंज कर सकती आपके अनंत काल की बिलीफ को, आपकी अनंत काल की मान्यता को, आपके अनंत काल के मोह को, आपके अनंत काल की मिथ्या कर्मों की धाराओं को। और इसलिए मुझे आनंद जब तब हो रहा था जब कैरिशा ने कहा कि आई डोंट टेक पोटैटो, ऑनियन, गार्लिक। वाओ, हेलो शुभम बाबा, चेंज, स्लोली चेंज। देवानुप्रियो, मुझे आज यूएस और कनाडा के भाविकों के साथ साथ ये जो भी लाइव में सुन रहे सभी भाविकों को प्रेरणा देनी क्या। मैं आज इस लाइव को देख रहा था और जब एक दीदी एक दीक्षार्थी को क्वेश्चन पूछने जा रही थी, लेकिन उसे जूम लाइव में म्यूट कैसे करना, अनम्यूट कैसे करना नहीं आता था। मैं बराबर देख रहा था। उसकी छोटी सी बच्ची आकर मिसा, क्या उसकी छोटी सी बच्ची मिसा ने आकर अनम्यूट किया और मेरे अंदर में बहुत सारे विचारों का प्रवाह चलने लगा। दुनिया मानती है कि इनकी उम्र होगी 18 साल की, 20 साल की, 24 साल की, 28 साल की, 38 साल की। ये बहुत बड़े लोग हैं, ये बहुत छोटे छोटे बच्चे। जगत पूरी दुनिया मानती शरीर की उम्र को, लेकिन ज्ञानी देखते हैं ज्ञान की उम्र को, क्योंकि शरीर तो लास्ट में डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाने वाला है। क्या शरीर तो आखिर में राख हो जाने वाला है, लेकिन ज्ञान की कभी राख नहीं होती है। बराबर याद रखना, क्या आपने शरीर का जब जन्म लिया था तब 1 फुट का, एक में से 2 फीट, 3 फीट, 4 फीट, 5 फीट, 6 फीट जब जन्म था दिशा तारो जन्म थी ત્યારે કેટલા કિલોની હતી? કિલો પાઉન્ડ કેટલા કિલોની હતી? તને ક્યાંથી ખબર હોય? કેમ? આઈ ડોન્ટ નો. પણ સોનલને ખબર હશે તારો જન્મ, કેમ કે તને ઉપાડી 9 મહિના સુધી બરોબર આમ તારું વેઇટ ઉપાડ્યું હશે ને, તને ખબર હશે ને. પછી નેક્સ્ટ તારું 5 કિલો, 10 કિલો, 30 કિલો, 40 કિલો જેટલા પણ કેજી તારા વધતા ગયા હશે. રાઈટ સોનલબેન? તમે એને નાનપણથી મોટી થતા જોયું હશે ને, અને તમે કહેશો મોટી થઈ રહી છે. નો, ફિઝિકલ તમારી એજ વધે એ તો છેલ્લે રાખ થવાની છે. ફિઝિકલ એજ, ફિઝિકલ બોડી, ફિઝિકલ સિસ્ટમ્સ છેલ્લે રાખ થવાની છે. અને એટલા જ માટે આ દીક્ષાર્થીઓનું સન્માન કરતા કરતા તમારી અંદરમાં એ ભાવ જાગે કે જન્મ જન્મથી હું જ્ઞાન લઈને આવું અને જન્મ જન્મથી મારી જ્ઞાનની ઉંમરને વધારું. દેહ આયુષ્ય તો ક્ષય થાય, જ્ઞાન આયુષ્ય જસવંતભાઈ ક્યારે ક્ષય ન થાય. હેલો, જ્ઞાન આયુષ્ય ક્યારેય ક્ષય ન થાય. અને એટલા જ માટે આજ મારી તમને એક નવી પ્રેરણા છે. मैं हमेशा के लिए कहता हूं कि मैं जब छोटा था ना, एकदम 5 साल का, तब मैं जब भी कोई शास्त्र या ज्ञान या कोई पुस्तक पढ़ता था ना, देखता था ना, तुरंत ही मुझे था इसमें ना ऐसा आता होगा, इसमें ना यह आता. और मैं जब जैसे वो पेज खोलता था ना, उसमें वही आता था. तब मुझे एक आश्चर्य होता था, कैसे होता होगा, ये पीछे के पेज में क्या आने वाला है वो मुझे कैसे मालूम पड़ जाता होगा. तब मुझे आश्चर्य होता है. लेकिन निश्चित भाई अब मुझे वो आश्चर्य नहीं होता, क्योंकि मैं हमेशा के लिए मानता हूं कि पास्ट से ज्ञान की उम्र को लाते लाते इस जन्म में मेरे ज्ञान की उम्र को बढ़ा रहा हूं. और जिसकी ज्ञान की उम्र बढ़ जाती है ना, वो अनंत ज्ञान को प्राप्त कर लेता है. देह की उम्र किसी की बड़ी हो किसी की छोटी से कुछ नहीं होता. इसलिए जब भी कोई दीक्षा लेने के लिए तैयार हो ना, तब उसे ये नहीं कहना कि अब तुम बहुत छोटे हो. क्यों? क्योंकि वो बड़ी दीदी को म्यूट अनम्यूट करना नहीं आता था और छोटी सी बच्ची को म्यूट अनम्यूट करना आता था. संसार को कैसे म्यूट अनम्यूट करना ना, वो जिसको आ जाए ना वो श्रेष्ठ होता है, और जिससे वो ना आए तो એટલે યશ તારી બાજુમાં તારું નાનકડું બચ્ચું જે ઊભું છે ને, હેલો, બની શકે કે કદાચ તને જે ન સમજાય ને એને બધું જ સમજાય, અને બની શકે કે તને જે ત્યાગનો માર્ગ ન આવડે તે કદાચ એને આવડી જાય. આજ ભલે અપૂર્વા એને લઈને હોય, એને બરો સંભાળીને હોય, પણ આવતીકાલ કદાચ તારા આત્માને પણ સંભાળવાળો બની શકે. એટલે મારી તમને એ પ્રેરણા છે કે તમારા જ્ઞાનની ઉંમરને વધારો. શું વધારો? દેહની ઉંમર વધે ન વધે, શરીરનું વજન વધે ન વધે, તમારા જ્ઞાનની ઉંમર વધે તો સર્વ ક્ષેત્રે તમારું સત્ય પ્રગટ થાય અને જ્ઞાનની ઉંમર જો ન વધે તો 70મા વર્ષે પણ સંસાર સારો લાગે, અને જો જ્ઞાનની ઉંમર વધવા લાગે તો 19-18 વર્ષની ઉંમરે, हेलो बिना दीदी क्या होता है मालूम है? तो 18-19 की उम्र में आहना को भी सत्य प्राप्त हो सकता है। हेलो, विना को असत्य प्राप्त हुआ इसलिए आहना का जन्म हो गया, लेकिन हो सकता है कि आहना को सत्य का जन्म हो जाए और फिर वो ज्ञान का ही जन्म दे, वो कभी किसी के देह का जन्म ना दे। Devanu Priyo, seek and also truth, also realize the truth. Yes, no. Yes, no. No. Yes. Yes, no. Yes. I want answer.
Yes, Gurudev.
Yes. तो मेरी आप सबको यही प्रेरणा है कि इन सभी मुमुक्षु आत्माओं में संयम का जन्म अज्ञान से हो रहा है कि ज्ञान से हो रहा है? इन सब के अंदर में जो सत्य प्रकट हो रहा है ना, वो ज्ञान से प्रकट हो रहा है, वो इनर वॉइस से प्रकट हो रहा है। इसलिए आपको हमने कह दिया कि ओपन, जिसको जो प्रश्न पूछने। कल भी हमारे यहाँ पर यही टॉक शो है जो सभी इंडिया के भाविकों के लिए है। छोटे छोटे बच्चे यहाँ पर आने वाले और इसी प्रकार से प्रश्नोत्तरी करने वाले, जानने वाले, समझने वाले, सीखने वाले, प्रयत्न करने वाले हैं कि किस प्रकार से उन्होंने अपने आप का इनर वॉइस सुन लिया। इसलिए मुझे आपको यही कहना है, क्या शरीर की उम्र छोटी हो या बड़ी हो, शरीर की उम्र छोटी हो या बड़ी हो, आप अपनी ज्ञान की उम्र को बढ़ा दो, ज्ञान के आयुष्य को बढ़ा दो। देह का आयुष्य तो अंत में राख होने वाला है, ज्ञान का आयुष्य हमेशा के लिए अनायुष्य हो जाता है। अनायुष्य की व्याख्या होती जिसका अंत न हो उसे अनायुष्य कहा जाता है। इसलिए इस जन्म में सत्य की खोज में निकल पड़ो। इसलिए इस जन्म में सत्य की खोज में निकल पड़ो कि क्या ट्रूथ है, क्या रियलिटी है। और मुझे बहुत ही आनंद ये हो रहा था कि अमेरिका के भाविकों ने, कनाडा के भाविकों ने आज के इस कार्यक्रम के अंदर में अपना अहोभाव तो प्रकट किया, लेकिन साथ साथ में बहुत सारे भाविकों ने कह दिया कि हम तो मानते कि दीक्षार्थी श्रेष्ठ कर ले, लेकिन आई एम नॉट एबल। क्या हम दीक्षा लेने के लिए कैपेबल नहीं है? नो। आज से आप एक संकल्प कर लो कि आपके अंदर में भी क्षमता तो है। क्या आपके अंदर में भी क्षमता तो है, आपके अंदर में भी योग्यता तो है, आपके अंदर में भी कैपेसिटी तो है, आपके अंदर में भी पात्रता तो है। आप भी प्रभु के पात्र बनने की योग्यता वाले हो। सिर्फ पुरुषार्थ, आज नहीं तो कल, कल नहीं तो कभी, कभी नहीं तो कभी ना कभी। जिसने आज सत्य को पाया है ना, वो कल संयम को पाता ही है। इसलिए ज्ञान की उम्र बढ़ाने वाला सत्य को प्राप्त करता है, ज्ञान की उम्र को बढ़ाने वाला सत्य को प्राप्त करता है। और जिसकी सत्य की प्राप्ति होगी ना, संयम उसके लिए, संयम उसके लिए उसके द्वार पर डोरबेल बजाता आता है कि चल मैं लेने के लिए आया हूं। हेलो, आज यूएसए के भाविकों ने त्याग के भावों के साथ दीक्षार्थियों के सम्मान का ये जो भाव किया है, हम आप सभी की भाव से अनुमोदना करते हैं, अहो भाव से अनुमोदना करते हैं कि आपने वहां रहते हुए भी इस प्रकार के अनुमोदना के भावों से अपने संयम को आमंत्रण दे दिया है। आज की अनुमोदना कल की आराधना होती है। आज की अनुमोदना कल की आराधना होती है। बस आपके लिए भी आराधना के द्वार खुल जाए, आराधना के भाव प्रकट हो जाए। एक के बाद एक दिन, एक के बाद एक दिन दीक्षा महोत्सव नजदीक 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 में आ रहा है। आज 12 तारीख हो गई है, 13 तारीख, कल रविवार है। कल बहुत सारे लुकेलन के बहुत सारे बच्चे गांव से जूम में भी जुड़ने वाले हैं और साथ साथ में यहाँ पर भी आने वाले हैं। और यहाँ पर कौन बनेगा ज्ञानवीर, इस प्रकार से नन्हे तारे बनेगी जिन शासन के सितारे। ये भी एक प्रोग्राम कल होने वाला है। कल देवांश दीदी बहनी के भी विदाई का कार्यक्रम होने वाला है। देवानुप्रियो एवरीडे अब दीक्षा महोत्सव के कार्यक्रम स्टार्ट होने वाले। 14 तारीख से एकदम प्रॉपर रूप में पूरा दीक्षा महोत्सव प्रारंभ होने वाला है। और धीरे 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 एक के बाद एक कार्यक्रम के अंदर में आपके अंदर के सत्य को प्रकट करने के लिए, आपके अंदर की इनर वॉइस को प्रकट करने के लिए अलग अलग प्रकार की प्रस्तुति की जाएगी। देवानुप्रियो एक प्रस्तुति बहुत ही जोरदार होने वाली, जिसको आप सबको देखना बहुत ही जरूरी है और पूरे यूएसए के भाविकों को इसकी प्रेरणा देनी चाहिए, कनाडा के भाविकों को प्रेरणा देनी चाहिए। 18 तारीख को जीते सांझ से एक ऐसा कार्यक्रम आने वाला है जिसे देखने वाला उसके रोम रोम कंपित होने वाले हैं। एक ऐसी प्रस्तुति की जाने वाली है जो आपको परमात्मा से नजदीक ले जाएगी, आपके अंदर में करुणा, आपके अंदर की अनुकंपा को उत्कृष्ट लेवल तक पहुंच जाए। ऐसा ये एक जोरदार कार्यक्रम 18 तारीख को रात को, यहाँ की रात वहां के दिन पर होने वाला है। ट्राई करना, इसमें भी सब साथ में जुड़े और एक अहोभाव के साथ परमात्मा के भावों को हम स्वीकार कर पाए। शुभ हो, मंगल हो, कल्याण हो। यूएसए के भाविकों को फिर एक बार मेरी ओर से मंगल प्रेरणा है कि चाहे आप दीक्षा न ले सको, लेकिन वर्चुअली तो वर्चुअली भी आप दीक्षा महोत्सव में जुड़ जाए। इस बार जैना भी साथ में जुड़ा हुआ है और इस बार यहाँ के इंडिया के भी 108 से ज्यादा संघ भी इस कार्यक्रम में जुड़े हुए हैं, दीक्षा महोत्सव में जुड़े, अनुमोदना के रूप में जुड़े हुए हैं। तो आप सभी को भी मेरी प्रेरणा है कि एक दूसरे को प्रेरणा देकर, चाहे हम दीक्षा न ले, लेकिन जो ले रहे हैं ना, उसके प्रति अनुमोदना करते करते अपने फ्यूचर की आराधना को फिक्स कर ले, रिजर्व कर ले। सुबह देवानुप्रिय आज अरहम युवा ग्रुप के युवाओं ने 30 सेंटर में राजकोट, अहमदाबाद, लातूर, कोलकाता, जरिया, जूनागढ़, जामनगर, हैदराबाद, धारी, दिल्ली, चेन्नई, बड़ौदा, बेंगलोर, पुणे, अमरावती, अकोला, डोंबिवली, मुलुंड, घाटकोपर, कोपरखेड़े और मुंबई के और बहुत सारे सेंटर्स मिलकर आज अलग अलग क्षेत्र में अनुदान कर रहे हैं। बहुत सारे गरीबों को भोजन प्रदान कर रहे हैं, छोले पूरी प्रदान कर रहे हैं और उन सब के प्रति भी अनुकंपा के भावों को प्रकट कर रहे हैं। अलग अलग क्षेत्र में युवा जुड़े हुए हैं। आप देख रहे हो छोटे छोटे बच्चे भी लाइन में खड़े हैं और आराम से गर्मा गर्म उनको दिए जा रहा है। दीक्षा महोत्सव के अवसर पर अरहम युवा ग्रुप के युवा भी लाखों रुपए की अनुमोदना के साथ अलग अलग प्रकार के प्रीतिदान कर रहे हैं, अनुकंपा दान कर रहे हैं, अलग अलग प्रकार की वस्तुओं को अर्पण कर रहे हैं और सभी के भावों को परितृप्त कर रहे हैं। शुभ हो, मंगल हो, कल्याण हो।
Diksha, the beginning to end the cycle of birth and death. Diksha, the beginning of consciousness towards own soul. Diksha, the beginning of mindfulness towards every soul. Diksha, the beginning of realization of our true being. And 99 souls will finally embark on the journey of renunciation on 28 February 2022.
શ્રી ભાગવતી જૈન દીક્ષા મહોત્સવના દીક્ષા દિવસની અતિ પાવન ક્ષણ ચાલતી હશે ત્યારે 9 મુમુક્ષુની એક દોટ હશે અસાર સંસારના ત્યાગની, એક દોટ હશે પ્રભુ પદગામી બનવાની, એક દોટ હશે વિરતીધરના વેશને પામવાની, એક દોટ હશે મસ્તકે મુંડન કરાવવાની. અને તે અનન્ય અને અપૂર્વ ક્ષણોમાં જ્યારે નવ દીક્ષાર્થી સ્વના અંતર્ભાવોમાં સતત પરિભ્રમણ કરતા હશે ત્યારે તેમના ચરણ પણ થનગનતા હશે દોટ મૂકવાને.
And here comes an opportunity to grace their feet and perform charan pujan.
અને ત્યારે હરેક હૃદય ભાવના ભાવતું હોય કે મારે પણ આજે દીક્ષાર્થીના ચરણ પૂજન કરવા છે, જેથી મારામાં પણ ભવિષ્યમાં દીક્ષાર્થીના ભાવોસમ ભાવોનો ઉદ્ભવન થાય. દીક્ષાના પાવન દિવસે નવ દીક્ષાર્થીના ચરણ પૂજન કરવાનો લાભ આપ પણ લઈ શકો છો. 2,50,000 અનુમોદનાનો આ લાભ લેવા આપ આપેલ નંબર પર સંપર્ક કરી શકો છો. આપની આ ઉત્કૃષ્ટ અનુમોદના આપના સંયમ ભાવોમાં ભરતી લાવશે અને અંતરાય કર્મોનો ક્ષય કરાવશે. અનુમોદનાનો આવો જ હજી એક અપૂર્વ અવસર કેસર છાંટણા કરવાનો. સંયમ જીવનમાં સંયમીની આત્મ સાધનામાં ઉપયોગમાં આવતા ઉપકરણો પર કેસરના છાંટણા કરી સંયમી જીવન માટે શુભકારી, મંગળકારી, પાવનકારી ભાવના ભાવવાનો લાભ આપ પણ લઈ શકો છો. 1,50,000 લાભાર્થી ઉપકરણો પર કેસર છાંટણા કરવાનો ઉત્તમ અને ઉત્કૃષ્ટ લાભ લઈ શકે છે. સંસારનો પરિત્યાગ કરી નવ મુમુક્ષુ સંયમ પથ પર પ્રયાણ કરશે. આ અપૂર્વ દીક્ષા મહોત્સવમાં અનુમોદનાનો લાભ લેવા આપ સૌ પણ જોડાઈ શકો છો. 1,08,000થી સિલ્વર સ્કીમમાં જોડાઈ સંયમ પ્રેમી બનવાનો લાભ લઈ શકો છો. તેવી જ રીતે ગોલ્ડ, ડાયમંડ અને પ્લેટિનિયમ સ્કીમમાં પણ જોડાઈ શકો છો. આ અપૂર્વ લાભ લેવા માટે આપ આપેલ નંબર પર સંપર્ક કરી શકો છો. 1,000ની નાની અનુમોદના, નાના રકમની અનુમોદના, હા પણ આ ભાવો માત્ર ગુરુદેવે આપણા બધાની સંતુષ્ટિ માટે રાખ્યા છે. આ 1,000ની નાની એવી અનુદાન દ્વારા કૂપન લઈ આપ પણ આ અનુમોદનાના અવસરનો લાભ લઈ શકો છો. દીક્ષા મહોત્સવમાં તન, મન અને ધનથી જોડાઈ અને અનુમોદના કરી કર્મોનો શ્રેય કરીએ તે જ ભાવના આપણા સર્વની છે. પરમધામની પાવન ભૂમિમાં 28 ફેબ્રુઆરીના શ્રી ભાગવતી જૈન દીક્ષા મહોત્સવનો પાવન પ્રસંગ આવી રહ્યો છે, ત્યારે દેશ વિદેશથી જોડાશે અનેકો ભાવિકો અને સ્પેશિયલ મુંબઈના ભાવિકો માટે પણ બસની વ્યવસ્થા રાખવામાં આવેલ છે. સંયમ અને સંયમીના ભાવોને નિહાળવા આપ અવશ્ય પધારશો. આપને બસમાં આવવું હોય તો આપ આપના ઉપાશ્રયમાં સંપર્ક કરશો અને આપેલ નંબર પર પણ આપ સંપર્ક કરી શકો છો. વ્યવસ્થાની દ્રષ્ટિએ આપ અત્યારથી જ બુકિંગ કરાવી લેશો તે જ ભાવ ભાવીએ છીએ. 14th ફેબ્રુઆરીથી 19th ફેબ્રુઆરી, એવરી ડે from 14th February to 19th February,
we have a chance to know about Diksharthi. They were to someday someone like us, someone from us. Yet, what made them choose to become choiceless?
हर रोज दोपहर 3 बजे होगी संयम सांझी. मुंबई और मुंबई के आसपास के सभी क्षेत्र से आएंगे विविध महिला मंडल, जो आकर संयम और संयम की भक्ति भाव में संयम सुरों के संग हम सबको जोड़ेंगे और देश विदेश के अन्य महिला मंडल के भावों की अभिव्यक्ति को भी हम देखेंगे वर्चुअल. हर दिन होगी महिला मंडल की विध प्रतियोगिता. 7 सुरों से भरी संयम भक्ति और अनन्य प्रतियोगिता के करने अनुमोदना संयम सांझे में हर रोज दोपहर 3 बजे अवश्य जुड़े.
So, with the tunes of Sanyam Bhakti and with the echoes of Namami Sanyam, Vandami Vairagyam, let's immerse ourselves in Sanyam Anumodna. Our lives are medically advanced, technologically advanced, scientifically advanced because they go through immense pain. We consider them something but not someone like us. Who are they? What pain do they go through? Why do they face this suffering? Yes, they are our voiceless friends. We, being most sensitive species, yet most insensitive towards them. Releasing on the occasion of Aatmayatra Diksha Mahotsav, a blockbuster drama, जीते हैं शान से on 18 February 2022, 8:30 p.m. IST. So let's get ready and inspire others too to witness heart-wrenching scenes endured by them. For millions and millions of years, the entire human race has been in the search of just one thing, the truth. The truth is our thirst. We want to know the truth about our creation. We want to know the truth about our existence. This Namami Sayam Vandami Vairagyam Atmayatra Diksha Mahotsav launching Why and I, an exclusive English book with 64 why questions to open our inner eye. Questions like, can plants feel? Do they have any sensations? If there is no creator, then how can there be God? Both vegetarian and non-vegetarian food have lives in them. So why do we bind more sins when we consume non-vegetarian food? To avail this book and solve our why, let's pre-order it on the flash number or online through jaindiksha.parasdham.org. So here lies an opportunity to become a reason for spreading the wisdom of Paramatma by gifting it to our friends and relatives. In the history of mankind, every war has brought pain, misery, and suffering to the world. However, there is one war which marks the end of all the pain and suffering that an individual himself faces. The war is against our ego. The war is against our jealousy. The war is against our anger, our desires. The war with self, the war in self, the war for self. This Namami Sayam Vandami Vairagyam Aatmayatra Diksha Mahotsav, again launching an exclusively English book, The War Within, an English book which beautifully explains the path of jinns in achieving victory for the self, a candid conversation with 99 Diksharthis, and also an eye-opening and real-life experiences of Sanyam by Param Satijis. So, to pre-order, you can WhatsApp on the flash number or order online on jaindiksha.parasdham.org. So, let's grab this opportunity to gain Samyaktva tomorrow by gifting Samyaktva today to as many friends and relatives. Thank you. Jai Jinendra, Jai Gurudev.
हेलो ओके तो फिर एक बार दिशा दी और अनुषा दी, आपने भी बहुत प्रयत्न किया इस पूरे अमेरिका और कनाडा के भाविकों के इस संयम सम्मान के अवसर पर हम तो चाहते कि आप आज संयम की अनुमोदना करो और धीरे 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 कभी मैं अमेरिका आ जाओ तब दीक्षार्थी के रूप में तैयार हो। हेलो, और आप दीक्षार्थी ग्रुप में वहां पे तैयार हो और मैं वहां पे आकर आपको दीक्षा दूं और फिर वहां पे बहुत सारे भाविकों को धर्म के मार्ग पर आप जोड़ दो। ऐसा भी हो सकता है ना? इट्स पॉसिबल। हेलो, यस, नो। तो दीवानो प्रियो, पार्थिव भाई और शीतल दीदी ने, हार्दिक भाई ने, पूजा दीदी ने, सोनल दीदी ने, सुप्रिया दीदी ने, सबने जो भी मेहनत की, प्रयत्न किया और आज के इस संयम की अनुमोदना का जो प्रयत्न किया, कई आत्माओं के हृदय में संयम के प्रति अहोभाव प्रकट करवाया। आप सबके भावों की भी हम भाव से अनुमोदना करते हैं, भाव से अनुमोदना करते हैं। शुभ हो, शुभ मंगल हो, कल्याण हो। દેવાનુપ્રિયો રેખાબેન કિરીટભાઈ શાહે આજે એન્બિલની અનુમોદનાનો લાભ લીધેલો છે. એમની પણ આપણે ભાવથી અનુમોદના કરશું. बिंदिया दीदी नो आज बर्थडे छे और यश हीर और सागर ने उनकी अनुमोदना का लाभ लिया है. उनके भी हम भाव से अनुमोदना कर रहे हैं. और प्रमिलाबेन गाला का जन्मदिन है और गरिमा जी महाश्री का भी जन्मदिन है. डेडिया और मेहता परिवार ने उनकी अनुमोदना का लाभ लिया है. उनकी भी हम भाव से अनुमोदना कर रहे हैं. हर्षाबेन जयेंद्र भाई दोषी ने भी आज के इस वेबकास्ट का लाभ लिया है. उनकी भी हम भाव से अनुमोदना कर रहे हैं. और हिनाबेन हितेन भाई शाह ने भी लाभ लिया है. उनकी भी भाव से अनुमोदना करते हैं. शुभ हो जिन्होंने व्यावच का लाभ लिया है. ललित भाई और हार्दिक भाई मेहता ने न्यू जर्सी से, उनकी भी हम भाव से अनुमोदना कर रहे हैं. शुभ हो, शुभ मंगल हो, कल्याण हो. उपवास एंबिल एकासना उपरांत विहंपि आहारम पचखाण अश्नम खैमम सैममंत्रमुगणम सहसागरणम सवसमहिवत्यागरण वो श्रामी. कुछ कहना है दिशा दी आपको?
We would like to thank all of the Bhaviks from the US, Canada, and all over the world for joining us today and doing Anumodana of all of the 9 Diksharthis. We'd also like to thank all of the 9 Diksharthis for giving us all of the inspiration and time, and to Param Gurudev Shree for giving us this opportunity. And if we said anything wrong, if we made any mistakes knowingly or unknowingly, michhami dukram.
शुभ हो, मंगल हो, कल्याण हो. तो देवानुप्रियो आज का कार्यक्रम संपन्न कर रहे हैं. कल राइट 9 o'clock से हमारा कार्यक्रम चालू होने वाला है. सच का सर्च. ओके, जोड़ो हाथ, मंगल पाठ. नमो अरिहंताणं नमो शिराणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्राणं नमो लोये सवशाहुणमे सुपंच नमोकारो सब पावपणासनो मंगलाणं च सवेशिं परमं हवै मंगलम् परमं हवै मंगलम्. चरारि मंगलम् अरिहंता मंगलम् सदा मंगलम् साहु मंगलम् केवलीपनत्तो दमो मंगलम्. चरारि लुगुत्तमा अरिहंता लुगुत्तमा सदा लुगुत्तमा साहु लुगुत्तमा केवलीपनत्तो दमो लुगुत्तमो. चरारि शरणं पवज्जामि अरिहन्ते शरणं पवज्जामि सिद्धे शरणं पवज्जामि साहु शरणं पवज्जामि केवलीपनत्तं धम्मं शरणं पवज्जामि. 4 शरणा दुखहरणा मंगल करना. अब्बर शरण नहीं कोई जो भव्य प्राणी आदरे अक्षय अविचल पद होय.
अंगूठे अमृत बसे लब्धितना भंडार. गुरु गौतम ने समरिए मन वांछित फल दातार. भावे भावना भाविए भावे दीजिए दान. भावे धर्म आराधिए भावे केवल ज्ञान. भावे पद निर्वाण.
तिक्खुतो आयाहीणं पयाहीणं वन्दामि नमन्सामि सत्कारेमि सम्मानेमि कल्याणं मङ्गलं देव्यं चेयं पज्वासामि मध्येन वन्दामि तिक्खुतो आयाहीनं पयाहीनं वन्दामि न मनसामि सक्कारेमि सम्मानेमि कल्याणं मङ्गलं देव्यं चेयं पज्वासामि मध्येन वन्दामि तिक्खुतो आयाहीनं पयाहीनं वन्दामि न मनसामि सक्कारेमि सम्मानेमि कल्याणं मङ्गलं देव्यं चेयं पज्वासामि मध्येन वन्दामि
Diksha Mahotsav. The Diksha ceremony is preceded by several other celebrations.
संयम यात्रा परमात्मानी आत्मयात्रा संयम यात्रा परमात्मानी आत्मयात्रा.
In these celebrations, the Diksharthis inspire their family, relatives, and the entire community on the path of truth and compassion. The vibrations of the Diksharthis are very profound in these days. With their inspiration, several other souls accept various smaller forms of renunciation. The seed of Sanyam is planted in the hearts of thousands of people, and spreading these values of Sanyam is the core purpose of the celebrations. Mahabhinishkraman Yatra. On the day of Diksha, the Diksharthis leave their home for the final time, which is known as the Mahabhinishkraman Yatra. They never return to this house with the intent of calling it my home. During this procession, they distribute wealth and various auspicious objects, which are a symbol of their renunciation. This is known as Varshidan. The vibrations of their renunciation are very strong in these objects. A person who gets blessed with any such Varshidan objects witnesses immense growth in life, but at the same time, he experiences immense detachment from that wealth. He feels motivated to use it for social welfare. Vesh Parivartan and Diksha Vidhi. On reaching the venue, the mumukshus enter the Diksha Mandap. They express their gratitude towards parents, family members, and their guru. Community members honor them with the Vijay Tilak. Like a warrior who is given well wishes before a battle, Diksharthis
are given well wishes to accomplish their inner battle successfully. Soon after, the mumukshus proceed towards the rauti, where their heads are shaved and they wear Prabhu's attire for the very first time. The mere touch of Prabhu's pachedi invokes an inexpressible divine vibration in their souls. And after renouncing their worldly attire and wearing Prabhu's attire, they re-enter the Diksha Mandap. Guru takes a final permission from the Diksharthi's parents, community leaders and the Diksharthis themselves. And finally, he blesses them with the auspicious and the most overwhelming Karemi Bhante Diksha mantra. This is the mantra which they recite to put a final full stop to their entire worldly connection. And then they officially become Nav Dikshits or newly Dikshit Sadhu Sadhvijis. The Nav Dikshits are then blessed with the Rajoharan, an Upkaran that helps them extend universal compassion to infinite living beings. It is a woolen object that they use to protect even the tiniest microorganism. Whenever they sit, they clear the floor with the Rajoharan and then sit. If they see any ant, any insect on the path, they softly take it to the side with this Rajoharan. It is considered as the most priceless gift in this world. It is a symbol of their unwavering commitment to ahimsa. The Nav Dikshits are then blessed with a new name, which is the final step in erasing their worldly identity. It marks their new birth in the Diksha lifestyle. Community members donate them alms-seeking bowls, clothes, scriptures and few handful possessions that Sadhu Sadhvijis keep.